Extent of Choice by Literally Mad Lad on AO3. Episode 9, Chapter 4. Curiosity kills a lot of things, like the mood. Since Katsuki's reclamation, after the water treatment day, there were more curious creatures that hadn't been there before. There was an abundance of small cave fish, and the entirety pool was now slowly growing in its population of plants and corals. While Katsuki had been in quarantine, Deku had spent the better part of 3 days installing something to replace the assistant's river water tube. After much cursing and arguments with the assistant, an always running waterfall cycle was installed. Katsuki's first day back involved an abundant amount of scolding from Deku when Katsuki tried to unearth the tubing from the bottom of the pool where the water was being sucked through. Deku was proud of it. The assistant hated it. She thought it was unnecessary since Katsuki would be leaving soon anyways. "It's not like we're gonna rehabilitate another Katsuki," she said one day, and Katsuki mused over the fact that he didn't really like the idea of another one of his kind living here. He wasn't a sociable creature in the way Deku and the assistant once thought. He despised the idea of sharing his sanctuary with another mermaid. In fact, he would go as far as to say he would kill any invaders that came through, with or without Deku's stupid permission. The year the assistant's project came and went, and she stopped visiting as frequently. By the sound of it, Katsuki could piece together that she and Deku had a fight, and no matter how much Deku denied it, Katsuki could see the ache behind Deku's eyes when he talked about her. "She said she'll visit this weekend," Deku reassured, not making eye contact. "I'm gonna be gone this weekend anyways, so someone needs to come by." "Yeah." The most apparent detail that pushed the assistant away came approximately 2 weeks after Katsuki's 1-year anniversary in the cave. She had been beyond irritated with Deku. She and he, Katsuki, were on better terms, after a rough start, to his stay there, and she was comfortable during feedings, and engaging in a small conversation when necessary. Overall, though, Katsuki could tell she was over it. "It's not that I don't like you," she reassured him that weekend. "It's simply that we had an argument. I feel like I've been doing all the work in getting you out of the country, and last week, I don't know. I feel like it was our last shot." She sat at the edge of the dock, sighing. She kept her feet out of the water and eventually pulled them to rest her knees on the very edge. Katsuki lingered a few ways away. The sky had darkened, and with the faint lights they had mounted on the walls, it was easy for them to see each other. Katsuki could see her regardless, but nonetheless, the pitch dark, scared her. "You're welcome to stick around. I think Midoriya will always take care of you," she said. Katsuki sighed back. "As if I need that nerd to survive." She shrugged with a laugh. She gestured to the open water behind him, where the shadow of a school of minnows swam by. "You're doing pretty well by yourself. It wouldn't surprise me if you could survive on your own." She reclined onto her side, head propped up on her hand. "And one day, you'll be able to talk like us." Katsuki frowned. Deku still hadn't given up on his dreams of getting Katsuki to speak. The most he could say with a single word was before getting too embarrassed to continue. Deku's encouragement flustered him to some degree. It made him want to scream and bite. His only real purpose for speaking was to say yes or no. But speaking was no longer his first instinct. He preferred Deku's sign language to communication. Deku left for the weekend, and the assistant visited Katsuki the next day, and insisted that Deku would be back late the next day, and wanted to visit him anyways, so she didn't bother stopping by. It was supposed to be quiet, secluded weekend. It wasn't. It was near dusting at the last day of Katsuki's trip when something fell from the sky. Katsuki heard the muttered splash from a half-mile away into the tunnels, and for a second he froze. He always heard the door unlock, and Deku never came in through the skylight. He always asked for permission to swim. Katsuki went to investigate. It might have just been a mishap with the new waterfall system, and Deku would no doubt want all the details to avoid it happening in the future. But when Katsuki approached one of the entrances to the pool, he froze. He couldn't feel his heart, his lungs, or the sensation in his fingers at all as he reeled back into the shadows, away from an unfamiliar pair of legs, were kicking towards the dock. Through the water, Katsuki captured the mutter splashing and gasps of a stranger shrieking, "Holy fuck! Fuck, fuck, fuck!" before barreling back into the dock. Katsuki's heart began to kick back into gear. A ripple of unease ruffled through spikes along his spine as something solid clattered onto the dock. "Oh man, I just got this," the guy whined. The seconds went by like minutes. Katsuki flattened himself against the very edge of the rocks as to not be seen when this guy started to explore. Katsuki's eyes trailed after him as he explored the dam, the crank on the wall, and leaned over to the edge to look at the waterfall. He gave the wheel on the wall an experimental turn, which prompted the change to raise up and the dam ever so slightly. Instantly, the sound was enough to scare the guy off, but he did come back several minutes later to lift the dam wall all the way up. "Fucking weird," the guy said, and left the wall lifted, as if on his way back across the dam. He passed the stairs on the way back to the dock to check his phone, which was still dead on the wooden plank. He cursed again, tapping the phone idly as the planks on his foot swung off the dock. Eventually, the stranger climbed to the stairs to check the door. The assistant had locked it the day prior. He gave the door an experimental tug. It didn't even rattle in the frame. He gave it a solid jerk, and the following clank resonated across the cave. He muttered something under his breath that Katsuki couldn't hear from where he was now lingering in the tall grass that had grown in the far corner of the cave. The second the kid turned around, Katsuki ducked under again. He slithered back into his tunnel and retreated for as long as he could, and took the guy to stop shouting at nothing variations of, "Hello? Is anyone there?" to, "Help!" Katsuki dug his fingers into his hair. His instincts were crawling under his skin. But like his now non-existent nails, his instincts had far dulled talons than before. At one point he might have retaliated, but now he was certain that no human could find him if he went far enough down into the cave. If he went into his den, he wouldn't be seen or heard by the intruder. But that wouldn't stop the intruder from entering the pool again to find a way out. There was no doubt about it. Katsuki knew that, but the intruder didn't. Katsuki became itchy of the idea of the intruder tearing through all of the foliage Deku had planted, or uprooting the waterfall tube, or, God forbid, pissing in the water. And something told Katsuki that Deku would just be as furious about this as Katsuki was. Katsuki returned to the pool to observe, and in furious silence. Okay, I don't know who that is. Hold up. If we go to the list of people, okay, if we go to the list of people that are donate at least $10 and you become a member, oh my god, the donations! I could donate this year. I donated last year as well, but like I'm donating. I'm donating. We've reached 587 new members out of our goal of 450. What's the goal for raising? Oh, you guys are just getting for that. You're just getting that many members. Okay. So far we've raised 20,133 with 4 cents. But that person that put 4 cents, oh my god. Learn about fan lore, one of our projects your membership will support, and about our new thank you gifts. Oh my god, I'm gifting this year. I'm gifting. Okay, anyways, moving back on. All Might, Mitsuki and Bakugou. Okay, so that's All Might. Okay, so now I'm gonna do that voice. Okay, for the next episode, I'm gonna do that voice. But okay, interesting. All Might, you're gonna get killed. All Might. I also like how it mentions the fact that Bakugou's, past Bakugou probably would have had it killed All Might for being in the pool. Now Bakugou's like, okay, I'm not gonna kill you, but don't get near my cave. Right? So he Okay. Also, I need to watch The Shape of Water, inspired by The Shape of... I'm guessing that's either a show or a movie. Unless it's a book. And then I'm way off. But yeah, I'll look at that and see that, because that will maybe give me some insight about this. I might see that at the end, you know? Anyways, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and social socials down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.